Hi lads, it's Riyadh here, and look who I'm with, the gorgeous, the stunning Hannah Witton.
Oh, thank you.
It's been about a year since we filmed together, and we decided that's too damn long. We just filmed a video over on her channel, so go check it out after you've seen this one.
It's about sex toys.
Ooh, male sex toys. I love your work and the shit that you do on your channel.
So
I do.
professional. I love
great.
your work. Queer Britain was great.
Well, thank you very much. Your book was fantastic. I think it would be really lovely to chat with you about insecurities, in particular physical insecurities, which I know we've spoken about as mates privately after a couple of glasses of wine, mostly, and to just sort of liberate ourselves, because there are certain things about my body that have always bugged me since I can remember, since childhood.
Yeah.
And into adulthood and into being an active sexual being has affected my sex life in a way. So I think today I'm just going to put it out there. We're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about why.
I think it's also important to say that no matter what your body type, like, you can have insecurities, but also recognizing the fact that me and Riyadh, we don't necessarily have the kinds of bodies that are like shamed or punished by society.
Yes.
The things that you're insecure about, other people might love that thing about you, or they don't even notice it.
Yeah. There was an episode of Queer Britain where I got naked for a Gay Times photo shoot, and I was skinny shamed in a way. These guys were saying, why is he saying he's got body insecurity issues when he's got a great body? And yeah, you might think I've got a great body. Thank you for that compliment. But I actually have a huge amount of insecurities about how I look and how I feel when I look at myself.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I'm judging anyone else for how they look. It's kind of an internal facing thing. Let's just get straight into it. We've chosen 3 or 4 things each that we're going to just reveal and show. Which is quite nerve-wracking for me because I haven't really done that before. Will I go first?
It's your video, you go first.
Ah! When I was about 13, 14 years old, I was in school, and a guy who sat beside me in school bit his fingernails, and I looked up to him in many ways, and he said, try it, it's really cool. So I tried it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said it was a cool thing to do.
That's so
So I was like, okay. And then since that age, I'm now 26, I basically kept doing it. And I now go to it when I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling insecure or there's some big thing happening. Without realising, I just go like that. And it's the thing that I hate about myself are my bitten fingernails. I
Do you wear polish?
No.
That's what helped me. I used to bite my fingernails all the time.
I can, but yeah.
Come on, you can.
I can.
You can wear nail polish. You can wear clear nail polish that tastes nasty.
The thing is, I've tried that, and then you just forget. And
okay.
I'm really going to actively try to grow them back, but I hate them, and I've never shown them like this before. So there you go. I don't want to go too close.
But here's a positive to having short nails: finger in bum holes.
I knew you were going to say that. It's such a Hannah Witton response. Your turn.
My turn. One of my things is my ears.
No, what?
Yeah.
Stop. Why?
It's because I feel like they stick out a lot. As a baby, I had this like alien head and I was bald for a long time. And I had this huge head and like these sticky out ears. I just still I don't know what it is. Like, I don't really like tying my hair up where it's like all scraped back off my head.
Well, I think that they're really cute.
I don't think I've got a complex about them, but I do avoid wearing my hair
well,
like
then
that
it affects your day-to-day life then, doesn't it?
If I do wear my hair up, I like to try and like have some bits coming down to kind of like
cover it a bit. My next thing is a little pooch that I have in the front.
What pooch?
So when I stand up...
Oh, we're going in.
Hey,
we're going in.
When I stand up, like, you can't... Right? There's nothing there. And I know that that's ridiculous, but it's like when I sit down, it's that.
Everyone has that. Mine is like, I've got like 3 or 4 rolls right now.
Yeah. And I know that that's ridiculous, but it bugs me. And I think one of the reasons it does is I had an ex who used to encourage me to go to the gym because of this area. He had a thing for abs, and I wish you had abs, and let's go to the gym together, and you shouldn't eat that, and...
But even people who have abs or a 6-pack, when they sit down, it still does that.
We've got the rolls. It's a silly one, but it's there. And you know what? What has really helped it, and my feelings about it, is that the last 2 guys that I've dated have both said that they like it.
There you go.
They don't like very slim and very muscular guys. They want someone who is a bit normal looking. So I was like,
is normal.
Again, a thing on Queer Britain, I mentioned this on the show, and I had a lot of people coming after me saying that, that's ridiculous and you're making us feel awful about our bodies. It's not about that. It's a personal thing.
Yeah.
I've been with guys who are physically far larger than me that I'm so attracted to.
Those things,
I don't notice it on another person. It's just on yourself, which is why body image is such a weird, complex, changeable thing. Yours next.
My next one. So my next one is similar in the fact that it stemmed from like a comment from somebody that I had feelings for. It is my teeth.
Your teeth?
My teeth. And it's the colour of them. So I got them whitened this year. I felt so shit about them. And I was like, do you know what? I'm an adult earning money and I'm going to do things that make me feel better. And I got my teeth whitened, and they're not like super, super white, but I noticed the difference enough that I'm just like, oh, this is good. Like,
they look great.
Thank you. When I was like 13, this guy who I really fancied said to me, your hair, your skin and your teeth are all the same colour. Yeah.
That will hit you hard at that age.
So, and it like stayed with me for like, still I'm like 25 now and I just got them whitened this year. So that's like over 10 years, like this insecurity. And I think one of the other things that like has made me a lot more insecure about my teeth is YouTube and filming videos, and especially collabing with Americans. They have
Tell me about
most pearly white teeth ever, and you're there editing your face and you can just see. And I think one thing that I learned doing this and like having that insecurity and stuff is that like it's okay to change things about yourself, because like people get their hair cut and it makes them feel better. People like go and exercise and that makes them feel better. But on the flip side of that, there is a part of me that does see the kind of like the institutional, the more like systemic problem in terms of like beauty standards. It's like we're told these are the things that are wrong with you, here is a solution, now pay me loads of money to give you this solution. And that I have a real problem with.
I think you need to chill the out.
I overthink things.
I think you overthink things. I understand your thought process, but I think it could be damaging. If you look in the mirror and you like what you see, I think it's a good thing. I've a few friends that have had fillers in their lips. In their cheeks, and who have had tattoos, all these different things because they want to look a certain way.
But then they're happy afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's maybe the balance we're trying to strike between, hey, if a quick fix of changing your appearance can help, then great. But if you start to realise that actually it's a bit deeper than that, then maybe like seek help, talk to somebody. Like
every time I get a haircut, I have a little mental health boost, and you're removing something is being taken away from you, and it's like goodbye, fresh
all
new,
of that hair on the floor, like
that's the shame and disgust. My next thing is probably the thing that is most current in my life, in my personal insecurity wardrobe of things. It's broken veins, broken capillaries on my nose.
I don't even know what that is.
So you know the thread veins, tiny little veins that you can get along your face. So my dad genetically has quite a few of them along here. I remember looking at them as a kid and going, when I get older I'm going to have that, and it started to happen. I wear a very, very light SPF cream that has a colour in it.
Oh, we're getting out the makeup wipes.
So it kind of covers it, and you'll see that big one there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't stand it. It gives me such insecurity
Really?
that when I'm around people, any person, they're sitting side on, I always turn this way so they're looking at me face on.
Oh, really?
I don't like people looking at me from the side.
Babe.
Yeah, and again, if I'm dating someone as well, I make sure that I sit like this. Or if we're sitting side by side, I go, ah, la 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 la, kiss me, you fool. Another thing is, since my childhood, I've hated my entire nose. And that's because I got quite bullied over the size of it. I had this size nose as a 10-year-old child. Can you imagine how terrifying that looked? And
a little 10-year-old size face.
Yeah. So I was like, what? I thought about getting rhinoplasty.
But what did you say to me earlier?
About
it having character or being part of
So I've started, thankfully, to begin loving my nose again and not wanting to change it. And that's because I think of my dad, who has basically the exact same nose, and I think I know that's very sappy and sad and stuff, but he's not going to be here forever. hopefully be here for much.
You've inherited the nose.
I have his nose. And when my dad is no longer here, I want to be able to look in the mirror and see a part of him in me. And why would I ever get surgery to take such a beautiful thing that my birth giver gave to me into my mom's mouth? You know, I love that because it's her, that's him. So yeah. And also, I think it gives me character. I don't want to look like a generic model. I want to look like Riyadh. Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
Let's do this. Can you see it there?
Everyone tell Riyadh how beautiful he is.
So, it's there, and it is there as well, and I hate it, but it's me.
My next thing is my boobies.
I knew this, actually.
Which is, it basically, like, my boobs are huge. I've always had big boobs, and I'm a little person. But then in the last year, I've put on, like, a lot of weight. And for me, a lot of weight is basically, like, the most weight I've ever put on in a certain amount of time. And most of it goes to my boobs.
Right.
Like, it always goes there first. And I've gone up, like, 3 cup sizes.
Wow.
And I was insecure about my boobs before this happened. And so, yeah, it's just like a general, like, boob weight insecurity because I had to get rid of so many clothes and buy new clothes because I wasn't fitting into any of them. And it is mostly because my boobs don't fit into them.
Right. Just for context, what size are they now?
30H.
Wow.
You need, like, 4 of my hands to, like, this is... Like, obviously I'm wearing navy, so...
Does it hurt your back?
I have a terrible back.
And do you get stretch marks because of
I don't
the
have any
growth?
stretch marks on them, no, but they will hurt a lot before my period.
Okay.
Which, they get so heavy, it is the worst. And also, this is a thing that I found out recently. Apparently, all boobs have got the same amount of nerve endings. So if you've got smaller boobs, the nerve endings are more compact. If you've got big boobs, the nerve endings are spread out. Sexually... I don't get anything from anyone touching my boobs. Sometimes I can't even feel it. I'm like, oh, are you a bit of a tickle? Whereas some of my friends who've got tiny little boobs, they're like, oh my God, it like sends me over the edge. Like sometimes I can't.
I have a lot of nipple stimulation.
Nothing. Okay, great, yeah.
Be careful! God! They're delicate things.
No, they're not hurting today, so it's like...
Oh! Stop! I
can't feel anything!
I can't even look at that. I can't even look at it.
Can't feel a fucking thing!
Oh my God! You know, there's somebody watching us right now with a boob fetish or like a one of those weird... Yeah, they're really getting off on this. Would you ever consider a reduction?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's an invasive procedure.
Yes. I also don't know if I want to do it like before I have kids because I'm like, can I still breastfeed? Which is
that's
really important.
That's why you go and
yeah.
ask. Very,
it's
very.
like therapy.
It is, isn't it? Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, I love you. No, it is. That's why I love doing videos like this, especially with you, because it is like therapy, getting it off your chest. I feel liberated.
Right. I also feel exhausted.
Good. Yeah, right?
I'm
it does take it out of you. It's almost like confessional.
Yeah.
Well, now you know some of the biggest insecurities that we have. I think the imperfections are what make us who we are.
Yeah.
I know that's cliche, but it is. Every guy that I date, I'm drawn to his imperfections. I want to know, how have your insecurities affected you in your day-to-day life? In any way. Of course, if you're comfortable talking about it, down in the comments below. We're all human, and we're obviously going to have imperfections. There's absolutely no way that we can't. And as we age, quarter of a century, there's going to be more and more and more that come in. So we have to get used to seeing these things.
I'm going to be a banging 60-year-old.
You are.
I did that. What's that face app thing where you make yourself look old?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I would. And I made my boyfriend do it as well. I was like, damn I still
would. Thank you so much for watching the video.
Please don't bully us.
No, like honestly, if you do, we'll cry. Go over and watch the video we did on Hannah's channel where we looked at some beautiful male sex toys.
Example.
So go over and have a look, and I'll chat to you in a couple of days. Big love. Bye.